And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Xperience. My name is Michael, as always, and we actually have a new sponsor, which is DerpyCon, which will be December 4th through 6th, 2015, at the Hyatt Morristown at Morristown, New Jersey. And joining me, because we are live at Intervention doing all our recordings, is Jessica, who is head of PR for DerpyCon. Hello, Jessica.
Hi, Mike. How are you today?
I am surviving.
Sounds like it's a
It is the day of recording at a con for future episodes.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Now, DerpyCon this year will be its second year as a convention.
Correct.
Where did the idea come from, and how successful was last year that actually made this year possible?
Well, the idea of DerpyCon actually started off as we got the name, actually, from a movie that Anthony had done. Anthony Zargo's our con chair. He is a film producer, and as such, he did an independent film for the Otakon Film Festival, and we called it Con Drama.
Which I actually have a copy of that.
Yes, and it takes place at a con. Basically, all the shenanigans that go on in the hotel room. We didn't even show the rest of the con. We just showed everything that was in the hotel room.
Which is very viable, because if you're in a room with like 8 people, there's going to be a lot of drama.
Yeah, and that was kind of, it started with 4. I think we ended up with about 6 or 7 by the end of the movie. People coming in and hanging out and basically just crashing. And it basically illustrated all of the drama. Now, the fictional con that it took place at was called DerpyCon. So that's where we got the idea for the name. But actually, Anthony's been planning and wanting to run a convention for quite a few years now. This goes back to probably like 2011 at least. And we actually started planning DerpyCon 2014 back in late 2012, early 2013. So we've been really working on it for a long time.
Yeah. And how obviously, like I said, this year's going to be the second year. Mm-hmm. How was the turnout for the first year last year?
The turnout was a lot more than we expected, pleasantly so. We were hoping for around 500 all total, and that would include artists, guests, vendors, press, everybody that would walk in and get a badge. And just to be on the safe side, we planned our space and all of our coverage and everything for about 750, and we reached 727. So we almost actually had to stop selling at the door, which was really exciting.
That's actually a good thing this year.
Yeah.
and of course, for this year, you're going to have a slightly bigger space.
Yes, we expanded our dealers hall area. We have it in a completely new area, so it's a bigger space. We can have more dealers tables, more artist tables, and there's a whole entire new pre-function area that allows for, convention tables and guest tables to set up, and we're really looking forward to using the new space.
And of course, some of the guests that you had last year, you had Michelle Knotts. That's right, the number one I can remember, because I actually met her a few months prior at Anime USA, which is actually where I met Anthony. And can you announce guests yet, or not yet?
We actually have several already that have been announced. Uncle Yo is returning again. He's actually a good friend of ours, and we're glad to have him back. We have Cosplay Burlesque is coming back. We have Manly Battleships will be coming back and doing more panels for us. As far as musical guests, we have 2 brand new musical guests this year. We have Lead Street Boys, which they're doing their first appearance since, I believe, 2011.
That's a long time.
Really exciting. They're basically almost coming out of retirement for us. So,
that's a good honor to have.
Yeah, and we're really excited about that. And then we also got Voltaire, so we're really excited about having Voltaire.
What about celebrities? Are you?
Well, we're actually finalizing a few contracts yet. And we haven't made the announcements, so I can't really divulge a lot of that. But if when I do future plugs, I have to wait for those to be announced to plug them. Right, and they're actually really just coming down the pipe within the next few weeks or so. That we're going to have a whole bunch of really big announcements coming. So we're just waiting for some counter signatures.
Nice. So I'm actually going to read the card because let's read the card. Because you're doing an 80s 8-bit action series theme.
Yes.
So let's do that.
Okay.
It's time to go back. It was December 2014. Geeks and nerds from all over the Northeast gathered together in Morristown, New Jersey. It was cold. It was rainy. None of them knew what they were in for. Meeting with guests that included voice actors, game developers, and more. They gathered at panels and concerts to talk about things they loved. They played games. They danced at a ball. There were even pictures to be had in front of a waterfall and a giant Christmas tree. What could it all mean? We have to go back to DerpyCon. So, noting all that,
Yes.
you're still going to have Christmas decorations, I'm guessing.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I believe Anthony has already announced that Santa Claus is going to be there.
Yes, actually, that was one of our guests that I forgot to mention. We are officially announcing Santa Claus as a guest this year. He was a surprise guest last year, and it turns out that he likes science fiction and classic comic books.
So, oh man.
So he will be returning, and we're hoping to be able to do some photos with him in front of the tree again. The hotel is. Really
how would you feel about the
letting us
Jews?
use it.
How would you feel about the Jews and the others that don't celebrate
They
Christmas?
are perfectly welcome to join us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just having too much fun with that. I was like, oh man, never heard Santa Claus announced as a guest to a convention before. That's crazy. But I lose my train of thought.
Okay.
Actually, I want to go back to con drama.
Sure.
Because there's a great story to that.
Yes.
So at Anime USA last year, I'm actually debuting my film Cosplay Life.
Okay.
I am the writer, producer, and actor for that film, which actually screened at DerpyCon last year.
Right.
This is actually how I meet Anthony. I'm friends with Jeff DeSeal. And he sees me and we're talking. It's like, oh yeah, I'm debuting my film here. He's like, really? Hold on a second. He runs to the hotel room, grabs Anthony, brings him down. He's like, he has a movie that he's screening. He's like, Anthony comes over, like, so I hear you have a movie that you're screening. It's like, how would you feel about screening it at DerpyCon? I was like, sure, why not? Gave him a copy. And apparently, and this is why I actually wanted Anthony on, because I wanted to talk to him about Video Room 1.
The video room that shall not be named.
Yes. And where you're only going to have Video Room 2 for this year.
Well, actually, we may have Video Room 2. We haven't decided on that yet. But we are not having Video Room 1. We are having Video Room 9 3/4.
Oh, man.
Because Video 1 is the room that shall not be named.
Yeah, because he was telling me what happened. It was like he had everything set up in the queue, and then
we even ran tests on that system and everything.
And
we
it
were
just
set
didn't
to go,
and didn't go.
It
and
just didn't want to cooperate with us that day.
Yeah, it was just so weird. It was just like, because I asked him, it was like, so how'd the film do? Because I wanted to know how, because I wasn't able to come last year, but I'm going to make it happen where I come this year. I will make it happen this year. Hey, if you guys are going to sponsor me, I'm going to come up there and podcast the daylights out of your convention, And so I asked him, it's like, so how'd it do? It's like, well, when we were getting ready to show it, we actually had a pretty good group of people show up for it. And then we had the difficulties. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What difficulties? Well, the machine crapped out.
Yeah.
And he's like, so we told everyone to come back in an hour, and like only half of them came back. I was like, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. How was it received? Everyone's like, actually pretty positively. Oh, God. How many people were in the room? About 15.
Yeah.
About the same as the Anime USA screening.
Well, what we actually are trying to do this year is we are going to reduce the number of items that we have going on at the same time. Last year, I feel like we had a little bit too much for people to choose from. They got a little overwhelmed. They couldn't pick what they wanted, and they got a little confused and ended up not knowing where to go. So we're hoping to alleviate that this year by, maybe having fewer events happening simultaneously, and that way more people will go to each event.
Nice. Yeah, because Anthony and we briefly discussed me doing head of video programming to set everything up, which I told him straight up, we'll talk more seriously about that after this weekend because I'm at 2 conventions. And I would like to, have the breather.
Right.
So,
I definitely understand that.
So, yeah, when that comes up, I got to find out if it hasn't been filled yet, and if it hasn't, I might actually take that over.
Okay.
And because he wants to refilm or rescreen Con Drama. He told me that he's already committed to rescreening Cosplay Life, which is my film. Which is another reason why I want to be up there, because if we're going to screen my film, I want to be there for it. I've had enough conventions screen it without me there, and I'm going, how's it doing? Because we just screened in Toronto.
Right.
We've had 2 screenings in Florida, one that we know did good, and one that we know didn't do good. And then we had one in Toronto which did well, which was surprising, because it was like, hey, it's some schmuck from Maryland got this film up in Toronto. I was like, yeah. So, now, well, this was really more the announcement. This was more plugging you and telling some stories. If I had Anthony, we'd probably have a lot more. You'd have more hilarious. Damn you, Anthony! Why are you in Long Island still, good sir?
Well, unfortunately, we still have our day jobs.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, that's where I came from to get to here.
Yeah.
So, luckily, mine's like down the road.
So I was lucky to be able to not be working today. So.
But Jessica, it was great chatting with you on the podcast. Thank you for giving us what to know for DerpyCon. Obviously, you have more announcements coming down the road, which will also be announced on the Xperience. Because, as always, I'm Michael. You can follow. Actually, no, correction. Why am I just plugging myself? Plug the DerpyCon social media.
Oh, well, absolutely. You can check out DerpyCon at derpycon.com, and you can find us on Facebook at DerpyCon, or you can find us on Twitter at DerpyCon. And absolutely follow us, get your announcements that way. You can also go to our website and sign up for our newsletter. You can get all of our announcements emailed straight to your inbox.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'll be announcing them on here as well as part of the sponsorship.
Which is greatly appreciated.
And then, hey, you get my name out there, I get your name out there. That's the relationship that we try to build. And, of course, you can always follow me on Twitter at the Lindenbaum75. As the numeral 75, that is my jersey number for ice hockey, for anyone who wanted to know. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/X75 Productions. That's what the podcast is done through. Also, note that the reason all the podcasts for the month of September is being pre-recorded is because in October, I am debuting my new podcast, the Xperience Hockey Talk. So the entire month of September, we're actually doing prep for that podcast. So, yay.
Yay. Congratulations on a new cast.
Yay. 3 podcasts now. And, of course, as always, for the month of September till the end of December, the Xperience has been brought to you by DerpyCon, which will be December 4th through 6th of this year at the Hyatt Morristown in Morristown, New Jersey. Go to derpycon.com for more information. And, of course, when I get more information, too, on the celebrity guests, then we'll be plugging them, too.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thank you.